Hello, everybody. It is Emery48 here, and welcome back to another Marvel Monday on a Wednesday. I believe. No, I have one more on a Wednesday, and then we'll be back on to Mondays for Marvel Mondays. And we've hit Endgame, which is an incredible movie. Holy cow. This is the first movie that I wrote notes on because I got about 15 minutes in, and I was like, there's not a chance I am remembering everything that's happened. This is a 3-hour marathon of a movie, and a lot happened in this movie. We'll start from the beginning. Hawkeye's family got vanished. I wrote it as Wonder Woman in my notes. And I think that's important because I don't care about Captain Marvel, so I find it kind of funny that I wrote the name wrong. But she saves Iron Man. And I feel like you didn't really notice too much in her movie how OP she is, because it wasn't comparative to other Avengers. But if she was in the movie for more than 15 minutes, this would have been like a 30-minute episode. Because she's just OP. But it's fine. Thor chops off Thanos' head, which, in a weird way, killing Thanos doesn't actually progress the story really at all. It doesn't help anything. Stone's already gone, so Thanos doesn't matter somehow. Ant-Man is back, which I'm always a fan of having Paul Rudd in a film, so that's a good sign for me, and he plays a pretty big role, so I was pretty happy. Iron Man has a kid. Weird. Tony figures out how to do the time travel. That was cool. Obviously he was going to figure it out because no one else was going to be able to figure that out with Hope and Pym gone. But the surviving Avengers time travel to rescue the stones. Cool, simple plan. It's great. Everyone's going to be happy. Everyone's having a good time. Some people are having too good of a time because they don't know that they have to kill themselves. But it's fine. Jarvis is back. If you've been following the series, you know that I really enjoyed Agent Carter and the whole Captain America era back in the 40s. Jarvis is a big role in that, so seeing him again was cool. It was weird because they were in the 70s, and Peggy looked same. She hadn't. I know it was the same actress, and she hadn't aged, and it'd been 25 years. That's a little weird, a little weird. I wrote Paul Rudd in my notes again because that's how good he is. Thanos gets time juice, pin particles, whatever. Yeah, that's when you know it's not good. Black Widow sacrifices herself so Hawkeye can get the Soul Stone, which pretty much once they both went, I was like, one of them is gonna die. That stinks. And then I realized that one of them has a show named after them after Endgame, so I'm guessing they're the one that's gonna live. And the show's not called Black Widow, so that's the thing. Infinity Stone Iron Man glove was created, which is cool. Hulk snaps everyone back, and Thanos is brought to the present by Nebula, who switched with current Nebula. This is where it starts getting confusing, timelines and, wibbly wobbly, timey-wimey stuff, to quote David Tennant's Doctor. One of the coolest scenes, Captain America using Thor's hammer, and then interchangeably they just throw the shield, hit it with the hammer, and that's cool. Also, Captain America is worthy enough to hold the hammer. Awesome. Love that. Thanos then breaks Captain America's shield, so that, not good. All the Vanished join the fight. This is where I cried the first time. That was insane. That scene, seeing Captain America standing there, and just knowing in the back of the head, he's like, I could do this all day, but, I kind of can't. And then they just all come back. That was incredible. The whole Woman of Marvel thing, cool concept, but it was just like kind of weird. It was like, here's a dozen female Marvel people. They're gonna still fail to do anything productive, and then we'll just bring Thanos or bring Thor, Iron Man, and Captain America back in because they'll actually complete the story. So that was odd, but hey, you know what? What go them, I guess. Um, Iron Man snaps away Thanos' army, including Thanos. For a second, I thought Thanos was gonna stay somehow. He just looks like a philosopher sometimes, but it was great to see him actually fight things. That was cool. Tony dies, and there goes cry number 2. Then Wanda and Hawkeye talk at Tony's funeral, and I cry again. So that was great. 3 cries in like 25 minutes. It's cool, whatever. Thor puts Valkyrie in charge of Asgardians in New Asgard, which is cool. I liked that. That was fitting, I thought. Captain America puts the stones back and lives out a life with Peggy, and in an old age gives his shield to Sam, which, if I had any tears left, I probably would have cried again at that. But not the shield part, the whole Peggy thing. But hey. Even the credits were awesome. Showing the signatures of all the Avengers was really cool. And once the movie ended, I was just stunned and emotionally drained and literally just stared at my computer as all the credits just rolled through. I was looking at like credits in Turkish at this point. I wasn't even moving. I was just like, wow, what do I do now? Great movie. Top movie in Marvel for me. That was the best movie I've seen. It was incredible. End to end. There was maybe a minute in that movie that I'd be like, it didn't really need that. But, out of 3 hours, 60 seconds is a pretty good a margin there. That's going to tick me up to a 10 out of 10 on Marvel. It's going to move me from a 9. Because that was insane. And I'm pretty much invested in Marvel at this point. That's pretty much set. I'm here for the long haul. Although I don't really know where it's going to go now, because that did feel like a great conclusion. And one thing that I have to credit to Marvel is they don't really recycle villains. Once their story's over, they kind of move on and get a new villain. So it'll be interesting to see where they go from here. But considering it took 3 phases, I believe, to even get to Endgame originally, maybe we don't get another Endgame style thing until like phase 6, and they just build for a while. So who knows? I'm excited to see where it goes. But confused as to where it's going to go. But I also don't know anything about post Endgame really in Marvel. I barely knew anything about pre-Endgame Marvel before doing this, other than that there were superheroes. So, really good movie. Enjoyed my time going through the first couple of phases in Marvel. Let me know what you thought of the movie down below. And thank you everyone so much for watching. And I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. And that is America's ass.